Hey everyone, welcome back to another plan with me, and this week we are going to be using the kit from my sticker shop, and this one is called Murder Mystery, and I just love this kit so much. It is obviously inspired by the board game Clue, which is one of my most favorite board games in the entire world. I have so many different versions of Clue. I love playing Clue. I grew up playing Clue, and I do have a slight obsession with it, but this kit is inspired by that, and I actually have another kit that I'm going to be using in a few weeks that is also inspired by Clue, but that one is a little bit more inspired by Clue the movie from, I think it was like 1985. I really love that movie. So this kit is inspired by that board game, and I'm really excited because I'm actually I think in February, I'm going to be seeing the Clue the musical, and I'm so excited. And so I actually think I'm going to use that other kit in a few weeks for that weekly spread. So that'll be a little bit down the line, especially since I'm still very far behind on my plan with me's, but eventually one day I will get caught up, hopefully. And also, please excuse the little pinky bandage I have in this plan with me. I unfortunately was not very careful when I was trying to slice open a croissant, and my pinky got some of it. So this is actually the first plan with me of 2025 as far as when I'm actually recording and uploading this. This actual spread is back from November, but like I said, I will try to catch up, hopefully. Hopefully this year I will try to catch up. But now it is 2025, and I don't know if anyone else, I'm sure a lot of people get this way, but for some reason, the beginning of like a new year just always feels like such a weird time for me in a really weird way. Just kind of like everything seems like it's restarting, and everyone likes to make their resolutions and treat it like a clean slate, and I definitely get that way too, but I always wonder, like, why do I feel like I have to wait until the new year to like try to enforce some like new good habits or any changes I'm wanting to make? There's just something about New Year that always kind of gets me in a little bit of a weird headspace, but I will get used to it soon, and I'm actually kind of sad because in a couple days I'll be going back to work. I've had the last couple weeks off for the holidays, and I have been trying to soak it all up because my work starts to really pick up from January to April. So, not looking forward to that. Think it's going to be a really another busy kind of work season, but I will get through it and it'll be all right. But I have talked about this a little bit if you guys saw my yearly makeup empties video, kind of like some new things I am trying in my life just to kind of try to improve some things and try to curb some of my spending, which I do like. I like shopping, I like getting new things, and it is like a little serotonin boost, honestly. But some things I want to try to implement this year. So the last, I think 3 or 4 years in my makeup kind of world, I was really focusing on trying to use up a specific amount of makeup products during the year. And so each year, like in 2020, my goal was to use up 20 makeup items. 2021 was 21 makeup items, so on and so forth. And I'm pretty sure every year up until 2024, I had reached that goal. And then this year, if you guys have not seen that makeup video already, definitely check that one out. Unfortunately, I did not meet my goal this year. I was off by one product. So I was kind of a little let down that I didn't meet my goal, but still very happy that I got super close to it. But since the last few years I had been doing that, I really feel like I didn't get the chance to play around with a lot of my makeup collection throughout the year because I was so dedicated to using up like specific singular items. So this year I decided that I wanted to do something different and kind of really just play with my makeup. So long story short, what I decided to do is that every week I'm going to pick out items from my makeup collection for all of like the categories like foundation, concealer, powder, eyeshadow, so on and so forth. And then I am going to be using only those makeup items for that week. And so every week I'm going to be picking new items. So it's kind of like shopping my stash, and I'm hoping that it will kind of fill that need for the want to just like buy new things all the time, because I absolutely have a lot of things in my makeup collection that I've only used like once or twice, and then I never use it again just because I have so much stuff. So this is really like a way for me to cycle through all of my makeup items and just really kind of figure out what things do I like, what things do I not like, and I might even kind of work in a little bit of like decluttering content too, because I just haven't used so many of these items, and when I use it right away, then I'll know if it's something that I like or don't like, or if it's something I want to try to find an alternative purpose for. And if there's just nothing I can do for it, then that's when I will try to declutter some items. So that is really going to be like one of my main focuses this year as far as like my kind of like makeup world. And then another thing I stopped doing for 2025 is I canceled all of my subscription boxes. So FabFitFun, Allure Beauty Box, BoxyCharm, all that stuff. I have decided to take a year off of that because I really do get so many products through that. And a lot of the times it's things I don't like or things I wouldn't necessarily purchase for myself, or, you know, just things like that. And overall, I feel like maybe like 1 out of 6 products is actually something I'm like really, really glad to have gotten. And I just kind of want to bring that down a bit. So I'm not necessarily doing like a no buy in 2025. I just really know myself, and I know that if I put too harsh of restrictions on me, it just makes me really unhappy and make me want things more. And I know that for me personally, that's just not going to be a successful thing for me. So I am definitely going to focus on trying to do more of a low buy for 2025, but I know that I will have some exceptions for that, like my Flower Nose collection reviews and my Chic Lamb collection reviews. Those videos do pretty well on my channel for being such a small channel, and I don't really want to cut those out, and I really enjoy making those videos. So those I will make exceptions for, but it's kind of really just like the random little one-off here and there kind of makeup purchases that I'm really going to try to bring that down a bit for 2025, because honestly, I've got everything I could ever need. There's not really that many things that I do not own in a color or a shade or a texture or a product or a finish. I just really do at this point have so many things. It's just not, it's all the same stuff in a new packaging at the end of the day, and there's only so many pink lipsticks I can own, and there's only so many peach blushes I can own, and there's only so many neutral eyeshadow palettes I can own. And even just the first week of getting to play with these makeup items that I have picked out for this week, I'm already having so much fun kind of rediscovering these products in my collection. And honestly, it's just been so fun so far, and I really think it's going to be a good year for me to really kind of just get to play and explore with my makeup collection more than I ever have gotten to in the last few years, with really heavily focusing on using up items, which, don't get me wrong, that was a really great goal, and I felt very fulfilled whenever I would meet my goal and finish off products and not have wasted my money on things that either dried up or went bad or just things I didn't like. So in the end, I really did love that kind of stretch of goals that I had for the last few years, but I'm just absolutely ready for a change, and I think this is going to be exactly what I have been wanting, to kind of get to be a little bit more creative with my makeup and a little bit more experimental, because it's just been so long since I've gotten to do that. And another thing I was wanting to kind of implement into like my makeup life is, if I ever see like a makeup palette that I really, really want, and like the colors are really what's driving it, like the color story, I want to challenge myself to first create my own kind of dupe palette with my single shadows collection, because I definitely don't give those enough love, and I do have a pretty big singles eyeshadow collection. So that is another thing I'm wanting to implement, like to try to kind of like curb that temptation of buying something new, even though it's probably just the colors that I already have in my collection a million times over, just arranged in a slightly different way or in a different packaging or in a different theme. So that's another thing I want to kind of implement. I used to have a series on my channel called Dollar Dupes where I used to kind of do this, and I don't know why I stopped doing it, but I definitely want to bring that back, because like I said, I have so many singles, and I bet I could do probably 75% of the palettes that I see that come out that I'm like, oh, I really want that palette. I love that color story. I want this, I want that. And I absolutely think I can make that work. So that is another thing I want to implement for this year. All right, guys, so that is it for this kit. If you would like to purchase this one for yourself, you can find the link below to my Etsy shop. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on social media. Links are below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.